Hello and welcome to the very first Amala Network podcast. I am your host, Anthony.
I'm Keith.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm John.
And before you ask questions, I'd like to state that we've got cool things planned in the future.
Such as?
That sounded really cheesy. Like group plays and serious discussions and minimalistic shitposting.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. And we've got our Discord, so our podcasts are not exclusive to Patreon, so you don't have to pay for them. They're absolutely free. I'm gonna let you guys know about that, but that's an option if you want to donate. Go ahead. Right? You know, it helps us buy.
It helps us buy capture cards and better microphones and computers.
I'm currently using a $1 microphone I bought from Dollarama, so hope
Well,
you
it
guys...
sounds okay.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm relieved. Anyways, yeah, so we got group plays planned for you. Serious discussions, a safe environment where everybody can actually just relax, talk about the games they love, and this new Shin Megami Tensei group. And I hope you guys enjoy it for the time you're gonna spend here, and hopefully nobody leaves because I'll be depressed. And and I'll try to post frequently. Hopefully this week. So if you guys don't see me posting for a while, I'm either busy with homework or dealing with IRL stuff. So yeah, that's it for me, and let's move on to Keith, and if he wants to say anything about the launch of this prestigious group.
Okay. Yeah, this group is pretty much exactly what you said. The intention is mostly Tensei, a lot more Demi Kids to be talked about, a lot more Last Bible, Gaiden Tensei, and then there's not going to be so much posting about things like Neptunia or other bad things, or objectively
Fire
bad
Emblem.
things. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what we have the Fire Emblem Network for, so
Exactly.
Yeah, if you guys saw the description, I've updated it, and if you guys want to talk about Fire Emblem, we're there too. We're still doing the podcast for that, by the way, so don't think we've actually abandoned that group. So yeah, continue, Keith. Sorry.
No, yeah, I guess it doesn't really get much more complicated than that. It's just this is a new place where everyone should be able to discuss Tensei, both serious, and I feel like there could even be more casual, jokey discussions without it turning into like waifu debates or some other horrible, not interesting thing.
Or using the group as your wall.
Yeah, because no one who seriously likes gaming reads Kotaku, so definitely don't want to know what's going on there. So.
And we're not just one thing. We're not completely against off-topic posts, but if you want to post something off-topic, keep it in moderation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
keep it condensed, diverse, all that stuff. All right. So is that for Keith? I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I could say. I mean, I love
Okay.
the name Mala Network, I guess.
All right. About wait, who's next? Taylor.
Me, I guess.
Or, well, yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Taylor.
I guess all the above, but I'd like to set a goal for this podcast: be more consistent and not record like 5 episodes in a row and have them all fail for reasons like our Fire Network podcast.
Oh yeah, you know what? We gotta get John on that, so he can help us actually back up when we do the Fire Emblem podcast. But yeah, we've done 5 so far. But any plans for this group or what you would like to contribute to it, Taylor?
I would like to see people get more into the Last Bible games, actually, because I'm getting into those a bit recently, and I think besides Keith White here, nobody has really played them outside of like Japan and has any knowledge about them. I think that should change because they're actually pretty great.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I've seen gameplay of it, and it's just that I just don't have the time for it. But I want to pick it up and play it. I guess I'll just do it on my downtime or whenever I find a chance to actually just download the ROM, put it on my 3DS and just go at it one day. So, yeah.
They're good poop games. They're perfect for on the toilet business.
Yes, they are. Like grab your Game Gear and Last Bible Special, just take a huge dump and kill Cerberus or whatever.
You got a third-party charger for that Game Gear though, right? Because I remember.
Oh yeah,
that, Yeah, that doesn't last long. So yeah.
Unless you got a closet full of AA batteries.
You know what?
Nah, nobody can afford that, fam. Not in this economy.
I used to be that way when I was a kid, actually, but with AAA batteries, and I had the Game Boy. So, yeah. So Taylor, is that everything?
That's it for me.
Okay, so time for Garrett.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
I love your beard.
Thank you very much. Really, I just hope that this group can be, pretty much what everyone else was saying, just a dedicated, Megami Tensei group with just some occasional off-topic stuff and, just a chill place with no one harassing each other over their opinions on censorship or anything like that. So, yeah.
Is that it? It's my turn now. Okay, well, I'm John. I run another podcast. It's called Heretic Mansion. I think you should go check it out. But anyway, I'm really loving this new group so far, and pretty much what I hope for it is just what everyone else has said. I hope that this group can evolve while staying the group that we wanted it to be.
Exactly. And yeah,
It's not necessarily the group that we deserve, but it's the group that we need right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
for everybody and SMT Megatonists alike. So hopefully you guys stay for the ride. And yeah, let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this podcast. So, like I said before, about the purpose of this group and the podcast, and the reasoning behind it. Yeah, so I want to just dive into group plays, and Keith actually is the mastermind behind it. So the group play started in the Shin Megami Tensei network, and to be honest, Keith has gotten a lot of feedback from it. Like, a lot of people have actually joined the SMT group plays, and the first one kind of flopped a bit, but I'm
It flopped really hard.
yeah.
Damn it, kids.
Yeah.
No, it was SMT1. Yeah.
That was SMT1,
Yeah.
and I think I was only like the few people actually still playing it. I still
You're
have
literally the only one. You think
Was
you were
there
the
really?
only one? Yeah, because I beat it, and then I was like, okay, well, no one else is playing, and then you would message me every once in a while.
Oh my god. Yeah, I actually haven't beaten it yet because I took the hard way and kind of just thought I was going to gain more experience from it, and it turned out I was under-leveled, so kind of screwed myself over. And I didn't know there was a way to shift your alignment at the end, which Desmond actually told me on his stream when I joined it. But yeah, they've got the group plays have gotten good feedback. I mean, from the first one, we had a lot of people, but at the same time, yeah, it flopped. But with the Strange Journey one, I feel like it's stable, and most of the people.
Game.
Okay, to be fair, SMT1 is a good game, but it hasn't really aged well in my opinion.
It's
Yeah.
very archaic. in comparison to something like Strange Journey.
But
or
honestly,
Nocturne.
Strange
I've
Journey is more new and refined.
I've learned how to
As,
accept it.
as
so-
Jimmy. As
Yeah.
Jimenez.
Jimenez. Yeah. So that yeah, with the group play, Strange Journey, amazing turnout that Keith had, and I want to continue it here. I can't view it unfortunately in Shin Megami Tensei Network, so oh well. But anyways, that's something we can look forward to. Group plays of obscure Megami Tensei games that everybody can enjoy, and all in the same environment. So don't hesitate to shoot questions at all of us. We're good.
I like it to not just be SMT games. So like if we could do like Mother 3 or say Terra Enigma or something.
Or Golden
I was
Sun.
about
Yeah.
I was about to go on that actually. Taylor made a post earlier on in the launch of this group to do a Mother 3 group play, and I'm all game for that. I'm actually thinking to, after when we were finished with Strange Journey, we could probably do a Megami Tensei and unrelated game simultaneously, but I'm not sure how that would work, like a group play, but
The RPGs, that would be kind of bad.
yeah,
Unless
Now that
you
I think-
did the last Bible. Toilet game.
yeah. We could do that for the next one, but I was thinking for the next group play, Keith, we'll do Demi Kids, because I feel like that's your game right there, and
Snap.
I want
one?
every
That's gonna be pretty rough, yeah.
I've actually been wanting to play Demi Kids myself.
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of people on here, like including me, who actually want to play it, but I want to play with a group of people because
Me too.
that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's why my love for Strange Journey is so strong now, because I actually love the game to death. Like, literally just playing it right now, grinding and all that stuff. And the amount of solo options in that game is ridiculous. Like, if you have the right build and everything, I mean, you can pretty much solo bosses on your own. Like,
I think one of the challenging things about Strange Journey is that the stat progression is random.
yeah. But at
It's
the
not
same
like SMT4 where you can just pour all your stats into magic and then OHKO everything.
But here's the thing, and I actually discovered this last night when I was grinding. Save before you actually level up. When you level up and you find out that your stats have been distributed, to not your liking, you can restart and it will automatically generate a new set of values when you level up again. And that's what I found interesting. And I feel like that's a reason why I have 60 strength in my strength belt right now. Because when I did that, it accidentally poured 3 points into my strength, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was just laughing for the night, and I was like, I had to post. It was crazy, but yeah, you could do that if you guys are listening right now. But yeah, off topic group plays, I'm all game for that. Mother 3 we'll do that as soon as possible once we get, we pretty much finish up with all our Megami Tensei related things on here, and I'm game for it. And the same thing with off topic posts. If you want to talk about a game, just make it condensed and make sure it doesn't overlap with people who want to start Megami Tensei discussions or other discussions within the group. So
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I think for the group plays, if we were going to do non-SMT games, it would be like one every maybe 3 or 4 SMT games.
Mhm.
Unless
Yeah.
we want to do them simultaneously. I'm okay with whatever you guys want to do.
yeah, that's the thing. I've been thinking about the simultaneous thing, but if we're doing group plays of RPGs, it's gonna take longer for people to.
I don't think
progress.
people want to commit to doing like simultaneous RPGs.
Yeah. I don't. Now that I
Yeah,
think
so
about
we
it,
should probably stick with one at a time.
one at a time seems good. Yeah, and we could dedicate a month or 2, month and a half for a game, depending on how lengthy the game is. So, yeah. What else do we got to talk about? Uh, well, I think I put something in the Facebook chat. Not sure. Wait. Oh, exactly. Yeah, you're right about that, Keith. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mentioned that earlier.
I want to go last. Please.
Okay.
On this.
All right.
I guess
Because I
I'll.
feel
Keith,
like-
you go
Okay.
first.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
Keith.
Oh.
Okay, well, my story is not like really all that poetic or anything. When I was I think I was like 14 or so that was like 13 years ago. Or I got Nocturne from my friend who didn't like it. He basically explained to me that it was demon Pokemon, and I would like it because of the art style.
Okay.
So then I tried it out, and I really liked it. And then I actually would go and pre-order the next game. That's how I got Digital Devil Saga and Persona 3 and all that. That's how I got each Persona 3, like FES, and yeah, I don't know. That's basically my story.
Shit, I was probably like, what? I don't know. When did those games come out? Like 2000?
2006 for Persona 3, I think, and 2004 or 2008 for Persona 4.
I could be 8. I think I was 8 at the time. Or, no. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. I honestly didn't think you got into the game, got into the series that way, because, I mean, Demon Pokemon?
Yeah, it's because I always like. I mean, I think you guys know, but I like to draw a lot. I'm an art student, and when I was in high school, I would just draw like gorillas, like the band gorillas. I would draw them a lot, and I would draw them like all spooky looking and whatever. And I guess my friend just assumed, well, the guy Nocturne has spooky looking art, so you'll like it because of that. Then it turned out I did like it because of that. And I think that was like 2005 because I got it like a little after it came out.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was at, like, in the single digits at that time. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. And was the Fat PS2 out at that time?
2005. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I was chunky.
I got the Slim. I think when I was 10, maybe. Yeah, I got this when it was at the end of the life cycle, and the PS3 was ridiculously priced. It was like $400, and I was like, "Oh boy!"
So like,
Yeah.
PS3 was 600 when it launched.
7. Yeah.
Was it? Was it 600? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? That was an exaggeration. 600. Yeah. I know it was ridiculously priced. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll go next.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Basically, like one of my friends when I was growing up, I don't remember how old we were at the time, but he was like, "Dude, there's this game called Persona 3. You like shoot yourself, and there's like a penis monster or something in it." I'm like, okay. that was the first time I ever heard about Persona. And then so years later. And yes, I did get into the series with Persona 4 Golden. Kill me, I know. So years later, I get my first Vita. It was from Target. It was like the Borderlands 2 bundle. I'm like, cool, I got a Vita, so I'll go buy some games. And I'm looking at GameStop, I see Persona 4 Golden. I'm like, oh, this is that game with the penis monster. So I get it. I play it till like in Yukiko's dungeon. I'm like, wow, this game is shit. So I sold it, and then like. A year later, I got another Vita. I'm like, I'll try it again. And then I actually enjoyed it and played it all the way through. Got the true ending and everything. I'm like, this is cool. So, I started going back into the older, Shin Megami Tensei stuff and started playing the old games and just kind of went from there.
Honestly, I at first I thought you were making up the story, but as you told it, it was true. So I was like, oh boy. Oh man. That's honestly great. I'm not gonna lie. That's weird, but at the same time it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, don't worry, man. I'm not gonna insult you for playing 4 because I mean that's what
I am.
most people started out with. So, wait, what? Who is gonna insult who?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Whatever.
Okay, well, for me, the first exposure I ever got to the SMT series was when I signed onto YouTube one day and I saw that there was this two best friends play video where they were playing Persona 4, and I'm like, oh, well, this game looks interesting, except back then I didn't have a PS2 because I was a kid and I could only afford one system, so I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll check it out later. And then a couple years later, after I had a PS3, I came home with I just beat Final Fantasy VII, and I came home with a $10 PSN card. I was going to buy Final Fantasy VI. And then I saw an advertisement for Persona 3, and I'm like, oh, so this is the prequel or predecessor to that game that the two best friends play people did. So I downloaded it, and then I became addicted to it. I thought it was really interesting. I liked the way it combined dating sims with dungeon crawling, and I thought it was a great game. And then one day, when I was browsing the SMT wiki, like looking up statistics and stuff, because that's what I do sometimes, I found out that it actually wasn't just the Persona series. There were other games in the series that used the same monsters. So then I went over to GameStop and bought Devil Survivor for the DS, and I absolutely loved that game. And then I played Strange Journey, and then I just started getting all the games I could find, playing them. It's probably my favorite series to this day.
Yeah, that honestly, you were a kid when the vanilla version of Persona 4 was out.
Well, I mean,
How old are you?
I was like, when I saw that video, like the two best friends play video, I was like 13.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm 19
How old are
now.
you? Oh, shit.
Oh wait, so then you're the same age? Well, I don't know. It depends. Are you 1996 or 7?
7.
Oh, so yeah, you're the same age as me. I was like,
Oh.
what?
So young.
I feel old.
Yep.
Basically.
I think the oldest one here is Keith. I'm pretty sure,
Probably.
but
Yeah.
he doesn't look old. Okay.
I age well. It's 'cause of all. It's all that demi kids keeping me young.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. But yeah, that's pretty an odd. That's a really odd way of getting into the series. Yeah, I mean, just by a YouTube video. I mean, I don't think I had. Did I have internet at the time? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I had internet.
I mean, I wasn't like, oh, holy shit, I have to own this game. I just thought, oh, well, maybe I'll check this game out later. But then when I saw the advertisement for Persona 3, I'm like, oh, now I remember.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's a really creative way of actually getting into the series. I mean, stories. I mean, compared to Garrett's story. I mean, Garrett, that was an experience for you, man. Penis demon, right there. So just full force. Yo, this game includes a penis demon. You just shoot your head, and just pops out. There you go. Taylor, did you go already?
No, I haven't.
Now he
So-
wanted to go last.
I mean, I'll go. So I guess this was around 2011. I had really just gone back into JRPGs at the time, and I was like huge into MMOs as well. So I'd kind of gotten tired of Final Fantasy at that point, and like the publisher that was publishing SMT Imagine at the time was also doing like some MMOs I was playing. So I discovered it through them, and that was actually the first Megami Tensei game I ever played. And then because like it resonated with me so well, like the guild I was in there, someone recommended me Persona 3 Portable because I also had a PSP, and so that game, like I played through twice in a row back then because it just resonated with me. Like I don't know, it just was like this religious experience because it was like really kind of on the darker side, which I'm like into horror movies and metal, so anything that's kind of out there just really sticks with me. So then I also got into like Devil Survivor and Strange Journey because I found out that those were like part of the same series, and I really haven't looked back since. I've just been playing more Megami Tensei, like SMT4 and other random mainline and spin-offs.
Well, that's
So yeah,
Nice, nice.
so you started out with Imagine?
yeah.
That's kind of surprising.
That is actually surprising. I haven't played Imagine, and I was alive around 2011. I'm pretty sure everybody was, but I'm just saying. But like,
I would hope so.
I mean, Imagine. I mean, the game that just died, like
Yeah,
recently.
Died like what earlier this year.
yeah.
Yeah,
Rest in
crap.
peace, Imagine you were good for
Rest in
like the month I played too.
Ugh, that makes me
Well,
sad.
I've actually heard that their Japanese server's still up, but if you speak in English, they ban you.
Oh, they do. It's
Oh,
pretty awful.
that sucks.
How long were you playing Imagine for? Because I used to play too, actually.
I played back when Area published it, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, and they were the worst, shittiest fucking publisher. Never
I,
again.
I tried their other games. They're all like horrible.
Did you try their game Last Chaos?
No.
Oh, that was the shittiest. Oh my god. Okay, so for those not in the know, they used to publish like the shittiest fucking Korean MMOs you'll ever find.
Yeah.
Or they switched to EA shitty MMOs. And SMT Imagine just happened to be a game that they somehow picked up.
Yeah.
Is SMT Imagine good? I've heard mixed opinions on it.
I loved it.
I like Imagine, but at the same time, I felt the combat was kind of some jank. Keith may disagree.
No, it's really the combat's bad, but I liked the game in general. I liked walking around and
Yeah, the
like,
whole
having
aesthetic
my-
of it was
yeah,
awesome.
and then I liked reading into all the little story bits. Like I hardly actually I didn't do much grinding or anything. I pretty much just went to Imagine to hang out with people who had SMT on the brain.
Yeah.
That's my biggest issue with MMOs. The combat is meh most of the time.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's why I
I-
like Final Fantasy 14 because
Okay,
it actually
I
has
was-
combat.
I'm gonna
Oh,
dive
yeah.
into. I'm gonna dive
Super
into.
excellent.
I'm gonna dive into Final Fantasy 14 and my experience with it the first time. Yeah. I thought the MMO, like the battle system for it, was kind of garbage at first. But at
It
the
was
same
garbage
Which
for
version?
a while before Realm Reborn relaunched.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing you played Vanilla first.
I mean, I didn't play the first. I played a Realm Reborn, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was fairly new to it, so my friend told me, "Oh, you should just buy this game because I'm playing it all the time and I'm a hardcore Final Fantasy fan." So I was like, "Okay, I'll play with you." So I bought the game, and funny fact, I went in a video game store. It was used, so I picked it up and I was like, "Shit."
Oh no, you made a mistake.
Yeah, I made a mistake, and I was like, but it was cheap, so I didn't like, it was only $2, and I was like, oh well, okay. I was like, whatever. So I picked it up, and I was like, shit, the code has been already used. I'm like, what have I done? I didn't like. I thought it was,
Yeah, Keith. Like, if you didn't know, GameStop and Target and whoever will take used copies of Final Fantasy 14, and they won't know like you have to buy that game brand new, or else it just does not work.
yeah. So
Wow,
I
they're horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't suffer a major loss because it was like legit $2, and I was like, oh fuck it. I picked it up with a bundle load of games when I was on my way out. But anyways, I picked it up, threw it in my PS3, and I just noticed that the code didn't work. So I was like, oh well. I texted my friend, and she said, oh, well, I bought mine off online, so I'm like, why don't you just do that? And I was like, okay. It was $20, so I'm like, whatever. I buy it, boot it up, and she kind of just taught me the basics of the game. But at the same time, I was like, oh crap, this is really boring. And then when I try to do, or try to control the game, I was really lost. I didn't know what certain options did what, and
You're playing this on PS3 though, right?
well, yeah, but at the same time,
See, the thing about that game, and I've been playing it on the PS4, I feel like when you're playing it on a console, a keyboard is mandatory for it because so many things like are just not mapped to the DualShock properly.
I actually, what I did was, I was about to dive into that. What I did was, I set up a dedicated monitor with a DVI converter or whatever, and I had some speakers hooked up. And I put my PS3 beside it, and I started playing it like a PC. So I was like, oh, this is so much better. Like, I was like, I had the keyboard, I had the mouse, and I was like, I only had to use the DualShock to actually navigate through the menus or whatever. But otherwise, yeah, I actually learned how to use the DualShock side of things. So I was familiar with both setups. So if I were to switch between PC or console, I could do it fit. But yeah, that was my experience on Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. But yeah.
But which class and which race?
Oh shit, I forget. I think
He probably went
he had ears.
White
He had
mage.
ears. He had ears.
Oh, his coat. Was it like one of the cat people?
No, it wasn't a cat. It was a humanoid guy. He had elf ears type of thing.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, so I went with that. Yeah, I probably am a casual for going with that. Yeah, I didn't know what to choose honestly, and I forget the servers that I was on. I don't think that even matters anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh wait, yeah, it's my turn now, I guess, to talk about. Wait, well, Taylor, did you finish? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Taylor.
I'm done.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I feel like for me it's gonna be a little hypocritical, like on what I've said in SMTN before I actually left, and I'm pretty sure you
Before
guys.
you started on Persona 4.
No. It's not even that. It's not that bad. But I'm pretty sure people will call me a hypocrite for this. But you know, when I made that pirating in SMTN video,
No.
I'm pretty sure
Vaguely.
I'm pretty sure everybody saw it. Well, I don't think Garrett did, but it was up for a good, I'd say, half an hour, and then Drew took it down. But it was meant as a joke, and I was like, you know what? I mean, I was gonna make the joke because it happened. Like everybody got homebrew under 3DS, and I was like, oh my god, it's like I could hack, download games for free and not buy them. Like, you know, fuck the 3DS, you know, the PlayStation Master Race all the way. And I'm like, oh crap. I mean, at the same time, Nintendo is to blame for this because they should actually work on, you know, securing their shit with an update. But yeah, pretty much what I'm about to dive into is really a funny story. Kind of a funny story, but I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of the Flashcart R4, right?
Yeah.
For the DS, you can pretty much use your micro SD, download a bunch of games. So this R4 specifically had a functionality where you could download ROMs right from the database that they had and onto your onto your DS. I had a DS at the time. So okay, I was scrolling through the list and I selected my genres. I was like RPG. So I click on that and I found Devil Survivor 2 actually, not Devil Survivor 1, but 2, and that's how I got into the series. So I downloaded it and I was like, shit, this download speed is really slow. So I went to my computer, downloaded it from there, put it on my SD card, launched it, and holy shit, I was amazed. And this game came out in 2012, so I'm pretty sure that's when I started playing. So it was a fairly new game when I actually downloaded it. So I was playing through it, and I was like, this is amazing. Like it was like a fresh. I don't even know how to explain this. It was something new and something I wanted, or actually, I've actually dreamed of it. So I played through the game, and since I'm Hindu and I follow the religion, the Megaton likes to, reference Hindu gods, creatures, demons, all that stuff. And I was like, oh wow! And a lot of them played a prominent role in that game. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm just saying, if you know about the end game demons that, I don't know, most of you probably go for them, Shiva and Vishnu. They're pretty prominent in the SMT games. Vishnu wasn't in Devil Survivor 2, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, I was really surprised at the fact that they actually incorporated that, and also I started learning about Odin and Thor and everybody else. I was really intrigued at the way it was set up, and yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it. I was ready to drop Pokemon right there. I was like, you know what? I started following the series. I Google searched. Started downloading some other games. I bought SMT4. Actually, SMT4 was my second SMT game that I've bought, and it is my first 3DS game I've owned for the 3DS. So there's that. And Soul Hackers was my third SMT game I bought. Yeah. So that's how I got into the series. I mean, it kind of sounds hypocritical, but it's the truth. And I don't think I was about in my preteens when I downloaded that game. So, yeah. I was ready. I think I was doing a paper route. So that's why I didn't have enough money. But I saved up a bunch of money to buy that special edition of SMT4 when it came out. So there's that. All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I also think Soul Hackers is a pretty underrated SMT game. Just saying.
It is.
I think Keith had something to say about Soul Hackers. I don't think he likes it.
Oh,
I like it. It's just like old Tensei. Well, it is old Tensei. The one we got is a remake of a super old game.
The Sega Saturn game.
I think that's the reason some people don't like it, but this is one of the cases where I can forgive it for its age.
At the same time,
Graphics are great for the 3DS.
yeah, it like when I played it the first time, like I saw the trailer for it. Like, I downloaded Strange Journey first. I played that for a bit, and I didn't like it, and I'll tell you why. I was a graphics whore. I was literally a graphics whore at that time. I was like, holy shit, these graphics are garbage for a game. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be liking this dungeon crawling shit. Then I go on, I search up Soul Hackers. I'm like, Soul Hackers is it's the same thing. And I was like, how can anybody play this, right? I was like, this was like my preteen brain working. I was like, how can anybody play this game? And I was like, you know what? One day, once I had the money, I went out, bought Soul Hackers, played it religiously. I was like, you know what? I spent good money on this game. I expect it to be beautiful. So I played through it, and I was like astounded. It was astounding. I loved it. Like, I literally just fell in love with another Tensei game. Like, to be honest, I was like, SMT4 was great. It had all that experimenting with demons and all this stuff, fusing, stacking stats or whatever. But in story-wise things, Soul Hackers all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can draw a parallel with that because I thought Persona 3 Portable was pretty great, but then I discovered like Devil Survivor. That's like a completely different gameplay style, but it's more like.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I haven't completed a Persona game to this day. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
How far have you
That breaks
gotten?
my heart.
I'll tell you what. in Persona 3 is probably the one I could like if I could find my save files for it, I can probably just pick it up and because I'm pretty sure I'm close to the end game for that game. Persona 4, yeah, Yukiko's I'm not gonna even spoil it. Never mind. That a certain dungeon involving Yukiko. That's it.
Well,
To be fair, the Persona games are pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when I
Yeah.
played Persona 3 Portable, which when I played Persona, okay, this is actually one thing I want to say. I started with Persona 3 FES for digital download on the PS3, but I actually, when I was about halfway done with it, I lost my save file during a thunderstorm. So after that, I was just like, you know what, fuck this. So then I got Portable and finished it on my PSP.
Nice.
And what I was going to say was it took me about 90-something hours to finish it.
Yeah, it took me like 120 for my first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I mean,
really?
Yeah, I take a long time to play games.
Yeah.
I have like 100 hours in Final Fantasy 13, for instance.
I went through Persona 4 Golden when I beat it in like 50, but I did skip a lot of the dialogue because it was my second time playing it, so a lot of the dialogue I already heard, I just kind of fast forwarded through.
Yeah, me too. I've beat it in about 70 hours.
yeah,
I think
'cause
I've-
you gotta-
I think the only Megaten game that I've never beaten is Persona Q because it's so boring.
Oh
Like,
boy.
I almost forgot that
I
existed.
I actually like Persona Q because of the dungeon crawling and all that stuff. Because it just reminds me of Etrian Odyssey and.
Hey, well, it is.
It
Etrian
is
Odyssey.
Etrian Odyssey.
Etrian Odyssey. I like the gameplay. I hate everything else. I really don't like the
Wait, is
cutesy.
Oh, the chibi. Oh, okay, yeah,
No,
I get it now.
and I hate when for me the most important thing in any game is story, and when the story is really bad, I don't like it, and I don't like the story in Persona Q. It's like the weakest Megaten story ever told, in my opinion.
It's
To
pretty
be-
much just fan service for Persona 3
Yeah,
and 4.
to be fair, they were trying to combine two universes together that really didn't belong. with
And
the
it's
other.
Oh, yeah.
Canon universe, so
Yeah,
It's canon.
and it's what?
Who decides
Yes.
canon? Does like Kazuma Kaneko stamp like each game saying this one is canon, but this one isn't?
Well, I mean, and I read in places before the game came out that it was canon. I'm like, what the fuck are they thinking?
It's like,
Now,
nah.
supposedly the whole thing takes place in a dream world and none of them remember it, but I haven't finished the game. I mean, I don't think it's amazing, but I think the combat is fun, and that's, for me, the combat is the most important thing in an RPG.
Yeah, I was about to say something about that.
The dungeon crawling is pretty tedious. I agree with Keith on that.
Persona Q, it doesn't have social links, right?
no,
No.
of course
Okay.
not.
No.
That's the thing. I was like, the character interaction in that game is minimalistic, in my opinion.
Well,
but at
that's
the
how
same,
Melee SMT is.
I mean,
Spoilers.
yeah, that's what mainline SMT is, and I'm so used to mainline SMT. That's why I like Persona Q because of that. Story-wise, I haven't finished the game, so I can't say crap about it. So, and I
have a
haven't
question
finished.
for you.
Yes,
In your SJ playthrough, have you talked to the NPCs?
yes, I've actually talked to them. Like
They're-
this playthrough.
Yeah, they have. It's. I think in most mainline games they don't really have too much interaction or whatever. But if you play through each sector and talk to the NPCs, they actually have so much more growth in terms of character development, which is kind of funny when you're talking to the guy who upgrades your armor or whatever. But then,
Irving, I think, right? Irving?
yeah.
Oh,
Irving.
have you talked to Anthony?
Oh, if you guys go on my Twitter right now, go on my Twitter, like my first name and last name, you will see what my banner is for that. Oh my god. Cool.
I
Wait,
forgot what the point I was trying to make. I think it was just the fact that like Irving is like a super developed character, but then when I'm playing through Persona Q, like the main cast are like super just bland. They're like pastiches of themselves. I didn't really like it because how could you be more developed in previous games and then be like a joke version of the same character, boiled down to one joke, you know? But anyway, it's still a good game in terms of gameplay.
All right, can anybody read that out? I mean, come on, I haven't. Wait, I mean, come on, haven't you ever? Fuck.
Have you ever seen a female demon you thought was cuter than any human woman?
That was my favorite line from that game. I swear on my life. Like, anytime my IRL friends talk about girlfriends and all that stuff, I was like, just read my Twitter.
Are we going to talk about our demon waifus now?
Oh no. I mean, we were just talking about SJ, but let's not go that route. Maybe for another time, but at the same let's get into wait, what were we getting into?
What were we talking about on this podcast again?
Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, we just got finished talking about how we all got into SMT.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Okay. What's next? I think Keith, you said something before about.
You
Oh
said
boy.
news.
Use. Okay, I'm too hyped for this. Anyways,
Wait.
who wants?
Before we get into that, like, have we already said, like, on our own podcast how we feel about Tokyo Mirage Sessions in depth? Do you want to retread that ground?
I haven't heard you guys talk about it.
I haven't
Yes,
heard
you
you.
started a podcast.
Yeah. So, I guess we could start out with that. I mean, Taylor, you can start us off since you mentioned it.
Fuck. Okay. I haven't been keeping up with any news for it because I want to go in mostly surprised. It's a game I want to play, but like at the same time, I'm really disappointed on like how development has gone for it. Like how there's no dub at all, which I find very lazy for a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. I mean, since Nintendo was publishing, I mean, throw some money at it, you know, try to make it at least decent. And, you know...
Look, if you're going to put money
okay,
into
I can
two
kind
Star
of-
Fox games, then
I
you can
can
put money
kind
to
of-
a dub for
correct.
this.
Okay, well, I can kind of understand the lack of a dub because this game has a lot of J-pop in it, and the singing is going to be in Japanese, so it would feel kind of inconsistent if all the characters sang in Japanese, but they spoke in English.
But
Yeah.
look at-
You used to
But
Final
look at
Fantasy
Weeb
15.
Steel.
You get
Look at Weeb Steel.
English singing as well.
I've never played Tales of Cold Steel.
True.
Do they sing a lot in that?
Well, I think they do a little bit, but it's only prominent when you go to the end game. But in Trails of Cold Steel, when the singers sing, they sing in Japanese, but they have the voice acting, and the voice acting was top notch for that game. Not gonna lie, but they do have that. They still have the leftover Japanese stuff in the game, which it is what it is for a JRPG. So, I mean, not complaining. Everything's translated, but you know, some things are left over and some things they couldn't do with the game. Like, you know, redub the songs in English. That would take
That's a
too
lot of
much.
songs.
I can understand where John's coming from with that. Most of the game is in Japanese, and I would see why they would decide against a dub because of the way it's been portrayed. And I mean, it's a shame, but at the same time, if other games can do it, why can't Nintendo do it? Like
They have the money, they can do it.
There's no. I know.
excuse.
And plus, I feel like if Tokyo Mirage Sessions was a little different and marketed towards bringing both franchise together, like pointing out the Shin Megami Tensei aspects of it.
If it
while-
was like a Shin Megami Tensei cross Fire Emblem game. for
Yeah,
instance.
like that's the thing. Shin Megami Tensei is really, really obscure. Like the mainline series in a whole, like it's really obscure. And the one thing they could have done was, you know, bring the best of both worlds, but at the same time make Shin Megami Tensei a little bit more prominent than it is, right? I mean,
Mhm.
Fire Emblem was already popular. I'm just saying that. Like it's got a good fan base. Well, kind of with Awakening and Fates, but I'm just waiting for the day, like, where that becomes, a little bit stronger than Persona. But at the same
won't
time,
happen.
it won't happen at this rate. It won't. But I can get where you're coming from, Taylor. Like, if they went a different route with this would have been better.
Eh.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree, but
Okay. Well, let's hear this, Keith. I want to hear your take on Tokyo Mirage Sessions as a whole, and what do you think about it, and what you dislike about it.
all right.
All
Well,
means.
first, I guess I'm also pretty ignorant about the game in general because I haven't really been looking into it too much. I mean, I actually own it already, but
Japanese.
I have the Fortissimo edition. I almost bought the Japanese Wii just for that, or Wii U. But anyway, digression aside, I don't really know much about it. I actually don't know much about Fire Emblem. I didn't know if it had a huge fan base or not.
Fire Emblem has a pretty big fan base, but that wasn't really. It didn't really take off until Awakening came out. Up until then, it was still kind of a cult thing.
Yeah.
And now
So-
the games are really expensive because of how sought after they are. Like, Path of Radiance is more than $100 right now.
So is
Oh,
Radiant.
the GameCube one, or I don't know.
The GameCube and Wii ones.
The GameCube one is Path
they
of
fo-
Radiance.
they're
The
a
Wii one is
duology.
Radiant Dawn.
Oh, but I feel like in a lot of ways it parallels Shin Megami Tensei in the sense that it was pretty obscure. Then it got this clean, very modern, like moe aesthetic. With I've only played one Fire Emblem game, and it's the new one's Fates, and it kind of reminds me of Persona in the sense that it's that wider appeal attempt. So
That's what they were going for with like Awakening Fates, because while they were making Awakening, like the sales numbers for the series across the board were just really shit. And like if Awakening didn't sell as well as it did, then the series would be done.
Yeah, Awakening was actually intended to be the last game in the series, but it was so successful it kept it going.
Oh, well, I mean, then I guess it's not like Shin Megami Tensei because that's actually sells well in Japan.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I didn't know too much about the game. I do remember the whole teaser, and it did give off a very specific vibe. But then I actually like the approach in the sense that it's gonna just inevitably draw more people to both Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem, but it's not gonna bring them into like games like Nocturne, but it'll definitely get them to play Persona 4 and stuff. And ultimately, I think that just Atlas getting money to make more games like Nocturne, well, Strange Journey, is like the goal. So to me, it doesn't matter that this one is a lot more brighter and whatever. I have no idea. I have no idea about the story or the gameplay. It looks kind of like from the trailer that I saw. I've only seen one. It's kind of reminiscent of. I don't know.
See, well, the thing is, though, it was originally sold to us as like a Fire Emblem game with SMT characters, which Atlas has made like Devil Survivor and
Majin Tensei. Majin
Majin
Tensei.
The
Yeah.
first trailer we got was nothing like the second one we got.
No, yeah. Well, the first one is a teaser, so there's that,
Yeah.
and then I do remember reading. I can't remember if it was a Japanese interview or an English interview, but they said something along the lines of they scrapped their old idea. So then the first teaser was probably more honest to the idea of moving,
Yes.
I mean, combining them.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, you want to know,
something-
or you can finish.
Oh, it's like something like a Project X Zone or something where it's going to be more like just more of like a collage of the two game series. But I do like the idea of them just making a completely new IP. I felt like this. I feel like in a lot of ways this is not really true to Shin Megami Tensei. It's very specific in which like sub category of fans they're trying to appeal to. But overall, it still looks good. I am just as hyped for it as I am Persona 5 and Final. Well, actually, I'm more hyped for this game than Persona 5 and Final because it's a new IP, and just excites me more than a sequel. So I don't know.
Okay, you want to know why I think we got that original teaser really early? I think it was because the Wii at the time, the Wii U was kind of new and it wasn't selling very well. I mean, it hasn't really sold well now either, but I feel like they just wanted to get that out there to get everyone hyped up to buy a Wii U. That's what.
And how
well does that work?
That was my first initial thought that, oh, they're crossing over 2 games, right? And when I saw this, I was hyped myself. I didn't know about Fire Emblem at the time, mind you. Like, I was like, okay, I knew about Shin Megami Tensei, but they're crossing it with Fire Emblem, and I was like, holy shit, right?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
And
But,
they also tried doing that with Zelda Wii U, and we're still waiting on that too.
And it's going to be a multi-gen too on both the NX and the Wii U.
This is now making the Wii U the only Nintendo console in history that has not had a Zelda game exclusive to it.
Granted, it's had like 4 Zelda games on it so far, so there's not like a brevity of it.
But Wind Waker HD is a remake. It's not technically like a new Zelda game.
I know.
He's talking about like new Zelda games.
Yeah.
Like the GameCube had Wind Waker, the
Like,
Wii
I
had
understand that, but like
Skyward
the GameCube
Sword.
also had like Ocarina of Time and stuff. The Wii also had like Twilight Princess, where it was also a GameCube game, and like
Yeah, GameCube had Wind Waker and, of course, the Four Swords Adventures. So
yes, that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not a Zelda fan. I don't know what you're talking about.
Same here. I think I know a little bit to actually carry on a conversation with Zelda fan. So
I've only done like Link's Awakening, which is like my favorite one, and the Oracle's games.
Oh, those are really
You haven't
good.
played A Link to the
Link-
Past?
Link to the
Yeah.
Past is probably the one I played. And,
Link to the Past I played that one too, but Link's Awakening is my favorite. I think that's the one with the whale, right, or the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Link's
that's
Awakening.
my favorite. Favorite of 4 games.
Yeah, Keith, I can understand your approach with it. Like, I mean, when I first, I remember SMTN just going crazy when they saw the new trailer. It's like, holy shit, this is not what we asked for, and all.
There was a very mixed reaction.
I know, it was a mix
Rightfully
between,
so.
I'm good with it.
Like, they put this in front of us, like, oh, there's going to be this awesome-ass crossover that you didn't expect to see ever happen. And then they give us, like, oh, this is kind of Persona-y, but you have Tharja as a summon.
So it's like 2 years ago. We're getting a game we didn't ask for. Fast forward 2 years. They're censoring a game we didn't ask for.
Okay, you want to know why I think the reaction was so mixed for the game's announcement? It's because we got the original teaser 2 years ago, and between that and the trailer, we got no info other than it's not dead. So everyone had two and a half years to think of what the game was going to be like, and then we got something completely different.
I thought it was just going to be a Devil Survivor in spirit game with Shin Megami Tensei characters and Fire Emblem characters, and I was like, I was literally dreaming about it. Like, I had dreams about it. I'm not gonna lie. I had dreams of fucking, engaging a battle with Martha Demifiend, right? And I was like, that's the only thing I could think about when that was released. And I was like, shit, I had dreams of it. And then when I see this, I was like totally devastated at the fact. I was like, oh man, the dreams weren't real. So
No, I get you. It's just like at the end of the day, I just let those feelings go because I couldn't do anything about it. I can't write an angry letter to, like, I don't know, Atlas and be like, hey, I bought so many of your games, like, change it back.
And I will say this about Tokyo Mirage: the music so far has been really good.
it's catchy. It's catchy. And I mean, I'm pretty sure John posted a screenshot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was beautiful. Actually,
I actually like the music.
yeah. I like the music. It reminds me of. Yeah, go ahead, Keith.
I was gonna say, who's the composer for it? Actually,
I just know all the music is done by Avex.
I don't know.
Well, so those are the same guys who did the they did the licensing for the opening songs for Kamen Rider. Actually, I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Avex Group. They did it for Kamen Rider Kiba. I'm pretty sure they did it for Decade, and I think the new ones too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I've seen their watermark on the screens when I watched the episodes.
Oh.
But yeah, so I think they had something to do with Kamen Rider, or they licensed the songs for.
Yeah,
Kamen Rider.
they do a lot of like J-pop music stuff.
So that's how I recognize them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but basically that screenshot that Anthony was talking about, it was just a screenshot of it playing on my phone, and then it had my mom sending me a text saying, "Turn that up." Like, I actually drive down the road and blast that out my window.
I just don't know how old your mom is. I'm just imagining, turn that up. So I don't know. Sorry.
I just go through town with mass destruction blasting.
Oh my god. Mass Destruction. What an iconic track. I actually like Mass Destruction.
But
Actually, you don't know. I don't know which one that is. Is that
it's the main battle theme from Persona 3.
Yeah, I didn't really like Persona 3's music.
Oh
Wow.
'Cause I don't like what's his face. The person
Lotus
name I like.
Juice.
You don't
Yeah,
like
Lotus
Juice?
Lotus Juice.
That's probably because I'm not really a rap fan either, so that's why I like Lotus Juice.
It's okay. It's whatever. I kind of just went with the flow of the game, so I was like, I can deal with this.
I will say I did like the female route music more than the
Yeah, wiping go out.
Yeah, me
is
too.
Way better.
I definitely prefer you.
Yes, actually, that's very true. I did like that. Yes.
What I liked about the whole, transition between the two protagonists that you could choose was the battle theme, and yeah, it was kind of creative that they, had one specifically for her, and pretty much all the events for her, and I was like, oh, well, that's like a new leaf that you can pretty much play, right? Like, It was amazing. I mean, I played it briefly, but I didn't finish,
Oh, you should. It's so great.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Especially
I'm like
Shiro social link.
Okay, well, getting back on topic. Okay, for my thoughts on Tokyo Mirage Sessions, when I saw the trailer like last year, my first reaction was, oh, what the fuck is this? I thought it was an April Fool's joke because that's when they released it. And I'm like,
yes,
okay, well,
yes,
yeah.
that grinded my gears. It was released on April 1st, and I was like, the fuck, Nintendo. I was like, oh. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
But and then I found out it was real, and I'm like, is this really what they're doing with SMT Cross Fire Emblem? But then I thought about it some more, and I'm like, well, that expectations and stuff aside, this game does actually look good. Like, the graphics are good, the production quality is definitely there, the music is good, and now I'm just looking at it as a standalone game, and I'm not really dying to play it, but I'm sure the game is going to be fun.
Yeah. At least it's not like if you're a Mega Man fan and you found out he's going to be in a TV show, and then he was mega awful.
And then he was like designed after a Tron character or something.
Yeah. and he talked like this. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright. Garrett, do you want to go?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
Oh yeah, Tokyo
Or-
Mirage. Yeah, I'm actually, and like I said earlier, I actually do really I like a lot of the songs. I don't care about the censorship. Like it doesn't affect my view on the game or whatever. I mean, so we're not gonna have any vagina bones. Big deal.
I actually laughed when that statement was made. I was like, what the fuck? It's like,
You mean
internet,
phone?
please. Internet, please. No. Vagina bones. It's like,
Uh,
oh, okay.
But yeah, I am, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. Like I said in chat earlier, my friend is getting it, so I'm just gonna play it on his Wii U. I'm not gonna actually get it because I don't have a Wii U. So, and yeah, I just I will play it and I will form my opinion of it. I will say the combat does look very good. It kind of I like how they implemented instead of a kind of like the press turn system. It's more like you can like link chain combos together if you do like certain things right, so multiple characters can attack in a row. I thought that was pretty cool. So
So I guess it's my turn, and yeah, like I stated before, I was literally like I had dreams of this game like being like what I wanted it to be, and I mean at the same time, right? Like Keith is right in a sense, like why don't you just cast away those memories that you have and just look at it for what it is right now. So pretty much I just went through several mind changes about this game. I was like, at first I was like, oh, this looks like garbage, I'm not going to play it. Second I was like, you know what, this is not even a true Megami Tensei game. I was like literally just requoting the elitists on
May I chime
the
something
Mega
in here,
Tensei.
though?
Wait, what?
May I chime something in here real quick on that train of thought?
Yeah.
I think some people, myself included, one of the major reasons why we put down money for Wii U was because of that initial trailer. So
Yeah.
it was deceptive marketing in a way.
Yeah. In a sense, yeah, I'll agree with you there. I actually put down my money for that game.
Okay.
For
I don't
Wii
even
U,
think
sorry.
that the game was in production at the time. It was just an idea that somebody came up with, and we're like, okay, make a trailer out of it so we can sell the Wii U.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It's more of like what I felt like it was. It was more of an impulse. It was an impulse trailer. It was like, yo, let's do this shit, right? And then when they actually got to the desk and they sat down, they were like, oh, so how are we gonna do this? And the one thing that really bummed me, like when I read news on Tokyo Mirage Session, it was like intelligence systems had little to no participation. Like, I mean, they were like, oh, here's our characters, our Fire Emblem characters. Do whatever you want with them to Atlas, and Atlas handled most development from there. But and yeah,
I've heard reports that like Nintendo really did not get along well with Atlas on this at all, and they came very close to being scrapped several times.
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
You would have put a what kind of demon?
And then there was that whole fiasco with Atlas almost going bankrupt, or I think I don't
Yeah,
know
that
what
happened at the same time. It was Index Corporation had bankrupt.
They were
or-
evading their taxes or something.
Yeah, they were doing some illegal activities, and that's why they had to sell off their assets. And Nintendo was actually in the bidding or in the bid list. Like Sega was there, Nintendo was there, and I think Microsoft was there. It was rumored that
Sony was
Microsoft.
there.
Please no.
And I was like, whatever. I was like, please hope that Microsoft doesn't buy them. Sega was like, picked it up. Nintendo was actually second place in there. They were like, oh, whatever, we lost to Sega, who cares, right? Type of thing. But yeah, but I was like,
That would have been some shit had Persona 5 ended up being a Wii U exclusive.
oh,
I would have lost my shit.
that would kill Atlas. That would be the deathbed for them. Like literally, it was just like, there you go. Might as well finish me off while
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. That was my. I went through several set changes with this with the Tokyo Mirage release. Actually, I've seen the YouTube comments for it. That-
YouTube comments.
let me look those up.
Actually, look up Simply Dad, and and you'll see JonTron. Yeah, that's the one I looked at. Oh God. But yeah. I went through several mindset changes, and I have potential for this game. I heard it plays like Digital Devil Saga, which I don't think so aesthetically. Like it doesn't look like it plays like Digital Devil Saga, but I think the functionality is there. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I've heard. What I've also heard was the game is 30 hours long. And that kind of made me... it's not really the average... Like, it's
I
below...
think that's like a speed run time, not like
Yeah,
an
that's-
average time for it.
And most
But
of it's
I don't-
probably loading times.
Oh shit, the loading times. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. The loading times on Tokyo Mirage Sessions is atrocious, and I hope they fix that when they bring it over here. Because that's the one thing that needed to be fixed from the physical editions. The digital edition of the game, the load times are like literally just, it's okay, it's fine. Like it's not as bad as the physical editions, but you would think for, you know, a disc version of the game, you know, try to improve it. But yeah,
It's all
that
that
was one-
censorship.
oh shit, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Nintendo is infamous for censoring things when they localize things.
But at the same time, they do this because they have an image, they have a reputation to their.
I call bullshit on that because
Yeah.
they paid for Conqueror's Bad Fur Day. And
They
Eternal
also
Darkness
paid for the Resident Evil remakes on GameCube.
and the Twin Snakes.
Hell, they even published on the GameCube. They published Geist, which got an M rating, and Eternal Darkness, which also got an M rating, and both
And
of
they
those
own
are
Fatal
great
Frame.
games.
I don't know. To me, it doesn't really matter so much because it's not like Criminal Girls where I'm like, why do you even bring that over here if you're gonna censor it? But like, so yeah, like Garrett said, vagina bones.
But
I
don't
honestly-
go ahead.
I honestly don't have a problem with the censorship. I mean, I was like, okay, whatever. It's not gonna. It's not like they're removing a scene from the game that, you know, the player can't access. But it's something that, you know, if they want to bring over, they're a little okay. Nintendo is insecure, is what I'm trying to get at. They're insecure. They don't know what will trigger what. Like, I mean, the feedback from Fates was atrocious, and that's how SMTN went down the drain. It's like, holy shit, Fates got censored. I can't pet my waifu anymore. I'm like, please. I mean, it's not even that bad. Like,
Wait,
the localization
when-
for that game wasn't that bad.
When would you be able to pet them? Is it like during the weird like going to bed scenes or whatever?
If you go in the treehouse or the whatever, I think it's called
My Castle.
House or My Castle or whatever it's called. You go into like the treehouse thing, and then you could select the character you wanted to bring into the treehouse, and then you would just pet them on their face, and they will say a bunch of lines to you, right?
Oh yeah, I hated that part. Like,
Yeah. Honestly,
it was just
Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to jump in for a second. I've heard that actually would have like some sort of impact on your relationship with that character, but I can't say for sure because I haven't played Fates.
okay.
You shouldn't play it.
Yeah, you shouldn't play it. Really, like if you're trying
Sacred
to,
Stones instead.
you're playing a golden game right there. Path of Radiance. That's a good game by far. Like, I've heard a lot of positive things about it. I tried
love it.
emulating it. I tried emulating it. I got close to the second chapter, and I was like, shit, I can't. Like, the thing died on me after. So, yeah, yeah, they were going crazy about that censorship stuff, and I was like, it's a game. If they want to take, or if they want to omit, they didn't omit the petting. You could have done it at a certain point. They were saying that once you forge a close bond to the character that you've been talking to, and like you can talk to the characters now. The touch option is not there, but once you forge a strong bond with the character, you could actually touch them. So I was like, okay, yeah, well, the feature is still there. It's just that it's triggered at a different time. that being said, it's not really important to gameplay, in my opinion. When I played through Fates for the first time, I didn't use the feature that much, to be honest. So people who are crying over the censorship for that and Tokyo Mirage Sessions, please reconsider your opinion.
Okay,
Because
well,
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Well, my thoughts on that. It's not really. It doesn't really make or break a deal for me. But I'm just saying that Nintendo has had a bad reputation of taking things out of games when they localize them. For example, in
like
the
Ness
English
being
version.
Naked and Earthbound.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I was actually going to talk about Navi Trackers, which was a mini game from the Zelda Four Swords Adventures. They just took it out of the North American version, and they never explained why.
Okay, that
What's that?
that is something worth complaining over. If somebody from SMTN is listening to this right now, that is something that you complain over for censorship. If they don't give a reason why they took it out, that will grind your gears. Not petting waifus. I mean that. I don't know. Continue, John. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's really all I needed to say. But I think another reason is it's not really so much the game itself. It's just that they're taking something out of the North American version of the game. So there's something that the Japanese version has that the North American version doesn't.
Yeah, and that always kind of pissed me off. Like, no, well, with other games in general, like they always had some exclusive content that was in the Japanese version, and then in the North American one you couldn't experience it because so and so said this will trigger somebody or this will cause flame wars. So yeah, I get where you're coming from,
Including some games just flat out not being brought over here, like Dead or Alive Extreme 3.
Terranigma.
They won't bring that, but they'll bring over Senran fucking Kagura.
Well, that's Xseed for you. Although Trails of Cold Steel, though, I'm actually satisfied in that purchase. I thought I was gonna go into something that was complete shit. I actually enjoyed it. Thank you, Tad and Brandon, if you're listening to this right now.
They should be.
So yeah. Anything else we should talk about? We got Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
What are your guys' thoughts on Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse?
Oh boy. Keith, let's start with you. Let's.
Okay.
I think you have a lot of negative things to say about it.
No. I mean, it's hard to, I guess, break it down because out of all of the mainline games, 4 is my least favorite. That isn't to say that it's a bad game. It's just that it has more flaws. It's easier to break.
Keith feels the same way about SMT4 as Fire Emblem fans feel about Awakening.
I don't know.
I mean, Awakening, they're two different games, so we have two different reasons for why we don't like Awakening and why we don't like 4, even though I love 4 to death.
I like 4. I have 3 copies of 4. Like,
Three copies of everything.
no, actually, I have 6 copies of Soul Hackers because I have the 2 different. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah, you have the variations. As well. Yeah, I remember that post. I remember the post, Keith, that you made in Essence. Didn't you have 5 copies of Nocturne at one point?
I have each version, and then I have each. I have the PAL version, and then the American release. So yeah, I do have 5 or 6 copies.
Shit.
But
Nobody needs 6 copies of Nocturne, Keith.
I need each cover: the blue one, the white one, the red one. But going back to 4, it's good. It's a good game. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it. I really didn't like any of the main characters. It's the first time that's ever happened to me in a mainline game where I didn't care what Walter was hoying about or what what book what's her face was reading. Like I just wanted them all to die.
Isabeau. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Isabeau was like, she wasn't a character I actually catched on to. Like, she didn't have the same feel as the characters in Devil Survivor, and I felt like the Devil Survivor characters were better because for obvious reasons, because that game was more on the fate system. It was kind of, I don't even think it was like based off Persona. It was kind of its own thing.
I think
It was its own thing. Sorry, I don't know. 4 was just like the one I didn't like as much, because even in the gameplay, like it's easy to break it. Just like Persona Q, one of the reasons I didn't like is that I broke the game system super easily, so I was beating it quickly, and that happened with 4.
Now, I will go last in explaining Final, so I want everybody to say, because I finished the game. Like 3 times. So, I'll go last on that.
Yeah, I mean, I really love Final without even ever playing it, or Final Apocalypse. I like it without ever playing it, just because I like the idea they're continuing, are deviating from an existing mainline game, because they haven't really done that. I mean, you can kind of say they did if you believe in the crazy Amala network timeline theories, which
they kind of did that with Diff.
Yeah, but which is it's like a whole. I don't know. We could have like three series podcasts about just that, but finals is interesting to me, but it's definitely not the most interesting thing. The crew that they have doing final are like the people that did 4, and I'm like, okay, well, if I didn't like the gameplay in 4 because it was kind of flawed, I don't know how much I would like the final one. Could be completely revamped. I don't know. I'm trying to stay in the dark about it though.
Okay.
But yeah, it's also another game that I own already, never played, and I have a Japanese 3DS just sitting there.
You have no excuse.
I don't want to open it.
I mean, I think it's a collector's feeling. I mean, I have things that I don't want to open and try. I mean, you could just wait for the Western release, right, and be like, oh, I can play it in full English, right, type of thing, without having to destroy something I want to keep sealed. But yeah,
it's that.
That's
plus,
understandable.
Yeah. Plus the Japanese 3DS I have is the SMT4 3DS, and I'm just like, I don't
Holy
want to touch
shit!
it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, because my Persona one's all messed up already, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. And plus that specific 3DS is actually white, so I wouldn't want, like, for me at least, I don't want any fingerprints on it. Just keep it in pristine condition it is.
And in my opinion, I think only the Monster Hunter ones come close to like just best like design period.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at it, I don't know.
The Monster Hunter 4 one, the new 3DS, holy shit. Like, I love the design. I was like, I can't afford this, but at the same time, it looks so cool.
Now, the Monster Hunter Generations one, that looks really nice.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Yeah, that one.
That gets my vagina bones going.
Oh, I hope that stays a thing forever.
Yeah. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, day 1 meme, vagina bones.
Oh baby. Also, I sorry, I'm a little off topic. I just hooked up my GameCube since I just purchased it the other day, and oh my god, this is awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Glad I made you buy one.
Playing some Twilight
Taylor.
Princess. Of course, it looks like shit because I'm playing on an HDTV. Anyway.
No, that's true. So yeah, Keith, is that everything you have to say about Final Apocalypse?
Yeah, except I'm sad that they don't have a collector's edition in America. Like, really breaks my heart. But what can an obsessed Atlas fan do?
Yeah, that's true. John, I told you not to do that. What was it? What was the thing that got the special edition and Final didn't get it?
Tokyo Mirage?
No.
Persona 5?
Well, okay, no, Persona 5, no. Persona 5 needs it. Tokyo Mirage Sessions was published by Nintendo, so Nintendo actually did the special edition. I think.
They recycled the special edition because it's exactly the same as the Japanese one, which makes
is
me
good.
really angry. No, it's bad.
Why is that?
Keith. Didn't the Japanese version come with cipher cards? I think Patrick was telling me something about that, but he was
It
like,
came with cards. I don't know what they are though.
yeah, Patrick was telling me it came with like super rare cards or something, like, and then why he was discouraging people not to buy the North American one because they didn't include the cards and plus the soundtrack CD that
It's a
came with
partial.
the localized one is somewhat like it includes what? It includes like 5 tracks.
Yeah, I hate partial soundtracks, and that's the
Yeah.
thing that's the main deterrent for me. But I'm still pre-ordering it anyway. So
Yeah, because what can a collector do, right? I mean,
Like that fucking Xenoblade Chronicles.
Hey, put it this way:
Collector's
it's better
Edition.
than Final Fantasy 15's Collector's Edition.
oh, don't get me started. Ugh.
oh man, I'm not gonna even get started on that. But yeah, that I mean, if you had a bad you didn't like the characters in 4. I get it, and I mean, I didn't like Isabeau. Walter was pretty much the only character that stood out to me. I felt like Jonathan was a pussy, and yeah, that's it. Jonathan was a pussy. Isabel was kind of like dry, like her personality was dry, and then Walter was kind of like
She's like that female character that you're supposed to look after, and she can't really do many things on herself. She can't make her own decisions.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
Yukiko.
Yeah, she's Yukiko. She's exact. Yeah.
She's
Ugh.
mainline Yukiko.
You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of those girls in real life that you talk to, but they don't know you and they don't like talk to you normally. So they will just give you this dry attitude and feel interested like in your conversation most of the time. And then kind of like, I mean, no, that's just my experience with girls in real life, but that's what she reminded me of. But yeah,
God, fucking goats.
yeah. Who wants to go next on Final Apocalypse? Anybody?
I will.
I guess I will. Okay. Go
Or
on.
not. Do you
Go at the
want
same
to? I can go after you.
No, go for it.
Okay. Well, okay, first I think I should start with my thoughts on SMT4. I think SMT4 is a great game, but I do think it has a lot of problems. Like, I feel like they tried a bit too hard to cater to new SMT fans. Like, the game is extremely easy, and there's some things I just don't understand. Like,
They
why
didn't want
isn't
to
there
make it the Dark Souls of the Persona series. Yeah, that's how it came across.
like why isn't there a vitality stat? Seriously.
Oh my god! Okay. You know what? People, a lot of people got like triggered by the fact that there was like a DX stat, or it was dexterity or whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
dex.
I forget that. Yeah. So they got angered at the fact that vitality doesn't exist more, and what the hell, Atlas, right? And I was like, yeah, that kind of sucked and nobody used the stat. Like people I knew who actually played the game didn't use the stat for that. I was like, oh, you know what, vitality would have been something better to replace.
Instead, it's just your character has the same HP and MP as he levels up. Like nothing you do will change it.
Yeah.
And
So-
one thing I really hate about the game is the way that you could just. It's really the way that you can just distribute stats any way you want to. It makes the game too easy.
Yeah.
Like every single person I've seen play through the game, they pour like all their stats into magic with the occasional speed, and it's pretty much just them OHKOing all the enemies in every battle. And for boss battles, it's pretty much have one demon have the protagonist charge up, have one demon use Luster Candy, have the other use Debilitate, have the next one pass, and then have the protagonist use whatever his strongest attack is.
How did you know my technique?
It's like everyone's technique. I played through the game again myself, and I'm like, holy shit, this is freaking easy.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from with that, and that's the thing. I was kind of angered at the fact after playing it for a while. I was like, oh shit, this thing is so easy. Like this game in general, like to go back into it, it's easy.
And
So yeah, I can understand how you
another
feel.
thing is the demons and their stats. Okay. So there's really the demons don't really have unique stats anymore. It's okay. You get a demon that specializes in magic and luck, a demon that specializes in strength and agility, a demon that has completely balanced stats, or a demon that's fast and has a slight focus on strength and agility. The demons don't have their own unique stat distributions, and that really pisses me off. Because there's really no reason to work hard to fuse a more powerful demon if it's going to be the exact same as a common one.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you later. Once we get to my rambling, but I'm gonna tell you why Final and Apocalypse changes it. Like they change it up so much, but. Yeah.
Good.
I feel like you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
I understand completely because I played that damn game over like what? I think it's I gotta finish it before Apocalypse. Like my 7th playthrough. I played the game 7 times.
Nice.
I do
want to say though, my favorite thing about SMT4 is it has the most Easter eggs out of any SMT game that I've ever played.
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Yeah, the Easter eggs. Oh,
Have you guys seen the Darth Vader mask?
oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
Yes.
that. Oh,
Sorry,
my-
that was my favorite one, but
Yeah.
in general, they I think that's what helps the replayability, and that's just something that I like about games in general is when they have Easter eggs and it's
It's honestly something satisfying to look at. And it's like, oh, I didn't know this was referencing this, or I didn't know. Was it Yamai who said, or this is off topic, kind of, but he said that he loves Mad Max, like the movie Mad Max. I'm pretty sure they were inspired. Well, I think it was probably the Apocalypse interview. Yeah, they took some themes from there and tried to incorporate it into the Shin Megami Tensei environment for Apocalypse. So it was like, well, that's pretty cool. They took ideas from a Western game, right, and made it their own type of thing. So I'm kind of astonished to find that out. But yeah. I totally agree with you, John, on the whole it being easy. It's not even a challenge, and some things that don't even make sense. Yeah, Taylor,
Okay,
Taylor.
wait, guys, stop talking for a second.
Wait, what happened?
Okay, I just got a notification that said the recording finished, but it says it said it was still recording. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Check this for a second.
Mine's still recording.
Okay.
Because
I'm
we
just
have
gonna
like 3 of
test
these things
that.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a good thing we all have. Oh boy.
Okay, guys, stop talking for a second.
Okay.
Don't tell me when. Okay, I got that. Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna start again. Okay, so Anthony, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, I was saying. I totally understand where you were coming from about it being so easy, SMT4, and how things are like easily broken and all that stuff.
The Apocalypse changes that.
oh good.
Okay, but my last major gripe with SMT4 is the alignment system and the endings, especially the neutral ending. Fuck
Yes.
that ending. I fucking hate the neutral ending. I just cannot watch the neutral ending without cringing. Like, you want to know how much I hate the neutral ending? Listen to Heretic Mansion episode 3.
In 4?
I rant about it. Yeah, in
In
4.
Okay.
Okay, my problem with it is that I feel like the writers purposefully made the Law and Chaos endings bad just to shame you for not taking the neutral ending. It's like,
Okay.
you take neutral, it's the only true ending. And to me, the neutral ending is just a big fuck yeah humanity. And I hate when games do that.
And I think you're gonna hate Apocalypse. The way they do neutral in that game. Trust me, it's really confusing to the point where it's like, what the fuck are you doing, Atlas? That's the only time I felt like really, anal about on the whole alignment thing. But yeah, Taylor. So you were about to go on about SMT4 Apocalypse and your thoughts on it.
Okay, so I haven't actually been SMT4 because I juggle so many games at once, and something will just get moved to the backlog, and that's been SMT4 for me. Having said that, though, it's like I want to finish it within summer, and then move on to Apocalypse. So I've been trying to actively avoid anything about Apocalypse. I want to get to it, but at the same time, I have reservations about it, story-wise, because I've heard that Krishna plays a large part into it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. And they don't really want a game to be focused on the demon party members. I want it to be more about Nanashi and the shit he has to go through.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive into that later on, but I'll tell you why it's not really. It's not centered. Okay, just because I talk about Krishna doesn't mean the game is about Krishna. Okay, there's a difference. There's a difference. All right. Okay. So, yeah, don't let that don't let my ramblings about him, unmotivate you from playing the game, because it's not that. Trust me.
Well, I'm still looking forward to the game.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I didn't really get to say what I liked about SMT4. I like how it has more of a focus on combat than dungeon crawling. I mean, the dungeons are smaller, and there seems to be more combat, and the combat is fast-paced, which I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I still think SMT4 is a great game. I just think it has a lot of flaws, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a lot of things I found with SMT4. It was too easy, and I would love Apocalypse is bringing it back for the hardcore fans, and yes, the difficulty is there. Yeah, so Taylor, is that everything you have to say about Apocalypse?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right, so on to Garrett, if you're still there. What are your thoughts on Apocalypse?
Well, I really don't have much to say about it, because I played some of SMT4. I have not gotten very far in it, though. I'm actually even without a DS right now. But I do plan on getting around to it eventually. It does look good from what I've seen in the trailers. And, yeah. That's pretty much
All
it.
right. Okay. Shit. You know what? I'm gonna think about how am I gonna explain this for a brief moment. Okay, and I'm done. So, Apocalypse Final. Great game. I finished it, and you really don't need any knowledge of moon runes to actually play it. So I went through the game, and I made a patch for the game for my own benefit, and I decided to go public about it. The game, from what I saw for the first time, I was hyped. I was generally hyped because of the fact that they were continuing 4, but they were continuing 4 in a sense that this game was supposed to explain the events of 4 a little bit better. I know how the story was a little shitty in 4, so they're trying to make it up with this game, but also tack on another potential ending to 4.
So,
And
I just wanted to ask you this right quick,
Yeah.
and this is probably as well for can probably benefit some of the viewers who are also listening, or listeners listening. Would you say it's pretty much like you need to have played SMT4 before playing Apocalypse, or do you think it can be enjoyed as by itself?
I had an Instagram friend. She's not active anymore though, but she's based in Japan, and she didn't play SMT4, but she bought Final, and I was like, oh well, did you play SMT4? I was like, no, I played Strange Journey. I was like, well, okay, fair enough. So she goes into the game, and she was telling me how she learned the story of 4 through the game, because like they briefly touch on the events of 4, but like they give you bits and pieces of the story to actually, tell you, oh, this happened to Flynn, or this happened to whoever, and this happened to,
Right.
but yeah, so it's kind of like you do. I mean, it's recommended you play 4 to get this game, but if you're just going in blind, I'm pretty sure you can just go through the game without knowing 4. But I'm just saying it's recommended. So yeah, the whole aspect of Apocalypse, I adore the game because it does so many things that 4 couldn't have. 4 doesn't do. Like, it fixes the battle system. People were complaining about the camera angles, and I mean, I had no problem with the camera angles in 4, so I didn't have a problem with this. The interface is fast, it's responsive, it's quick. It literally just improves on whatever 4 missed.
And 4 already had a great interface.
Yeah, 4 already had a great interface, but they kind of just, went full force with this one. And like they said, they were aiming to make the best RPG on the 3DS. And, I mean, they did fulfill it, but at the same time, I don't know Moon Runes, so I don't know what's going on in this story. I can only catch bits and pieces, since I can listen to the voices without actually and understand what's going on. But yeah, the story is confusing. The whole alignment thing, like Taylor was saying, or I think was it Taylor? No, it was John. You were saying something about the neutral end. You were angered about in 4. Yes.
And not only that, there are just so many illogical things in it. But
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about that here.
Okay, yeah, of course, for spoiler reasons. But anyways, like you were saying, illogical things do happen in, like, from my experience, or for what it looks like. It's like, okay, 2 endings, peace or anarchy, and I'm like, I took both routes, and I'm like, all right, I don't know what to say about this. And they do so many things wrong that it's so confusing. It doesn't connect back to 4. It feels like they, when they made this game, they were like, okay, let's take 4's neutral ending, but tack on an extension of it, is literally what Apocalypse is. And the way I look at things, it's like, it's like, I don't even know what to say about it. When Keith gets a game, he's gonna nitpick the shit out of that ending. I know in both endings, he's gonna nitpick the shit out of it. I know for a fact. So, yeah. That's my main problem with the game. Otherwise, battle system is great. They fixed demons. I'll tell you why. Demons now have move affinities. So your move or your skill affinities, demons will come with pluses and pros and cons.
Wait, so like a bonus in one type of skill.
Yeah, so they have
So
two types.
kind of like
two types.
Pokemon with its same type ability bonus, or same
Kind of
type
like
attack
that.
bonus.
Kind of like that, and then you have the weaknesses, and then you have the skills or the stats that they're good in. So you can have a demon that's good in strength and a shit in speed or whatever, but can dish out damage due to the skill affinities that they have.
I actually
and,
like that.
Yeah, and
I mean,
that-
when I think about it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense for a Jack Frost to be hitting people with Augie.
yes, exactly. So they fix up a lot of things. You could still make them broken, but I actually tried making whatever items I had and the DLC that I used, whatever items I had in the game, I tried making the demons broken. And when I went to do a boss battle, it really didn't do much. It kind of just it was like the difficulty was there, regardless of what you put on the demon. Like you could have made it buff to shit. Like you could have 99 stats in each, and you will still get screwed over by a demon. That's how difficult this game is, and I am proud of where Atlas went with this game to make it a little bit more difficult. A little bit like they cater to the hardcore audience is what I'm trying to say. Like they added the Doomsday mode, which was like you go through the game, you get killed, it restarts the whole thing from the last previous save. So pretty much an instant game over. So yeah. And that's pretty much my thoughts on it. I mean, I don't want to explain further because, spoilers and all that stuff. But yeah. Hope you guys are, somewhat hyped from what I said, or like it kind of changed your aspect on the apocalypse thing in general. Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel a bit better about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about Keith though. Keith is probably still on the borderline of it. It's like, yo.
Yeah, it's still my least anticipated of the three
Yeah.
Tensei.
But you know what? It's fine. I understand your reasonings behind it because, I mean, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, new IP, right? You've been in this series longer than me, so yeah, it makes sense why, you have a different expectation. But yeah, what do we talk about next?
Should we move on to questions?
Yes,
I
let's
guess
move
so.
on to that train wreck.
Oh, wait. We could talk about Persona 5, but we can leave that for the next podcast. I feel like
This episode
yeah.
is already
Too
gone on
damn
pretty
long.
long.
Yes, yeah, it's too damn long. Okay, so questions. Let's open them. Let's open them. Where do we go? Okay, just look for the picture with the donut. All right. So the first question comes from. Should we even answer the first question? Who's
We
in it?
should not answer 90% of these.
Okay, well, let's wait. Skip the bad ones. Okay, gotcha. So okay,
So all of them.
there's skip all of them then. Okay,
Yeah.
joke.
We got to do some of them.
Okay, well, William says talk about. Oh shit! Did I actually talk about why Canadians are the master race and why Strange Journey 2 should take place there? You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Strange Journey 2, they go through a portal in Antarctica and end up in the North Pole for some reason.
Instead
And they
of
fight
farming,
Santa.
instead of farming sources, you farm maple syrup.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. I'm not gonna lie.
So the Schwarzwell would pretty much be in Canada.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Toronto is the last sector.
Toronto's the center sector, and the end boss, Santa. You have to fight him.
The
No,
end
to-
boss is Santa? Okay, gotcha.
To be serious, I would like to see an SMT game set.
Anywhere else?
It would be nice to see an SM, not just it's anywhere but Tokyo.
But United
Yeah.
States would be good.
Not that
United
Tokyo is
States-
a bad setting, but I think it's done to death.
Yeah,
Sure.
they blow up Tokyo so much. Like, can they blow up somewhere else, please?
Yeah, I know.
Like, come on, let's just go to the Netherlands or something.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
No. Yeah.
It's an island.
Jersey.
Jersey. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Africa, the whole place.
Hell, you don't need to have demons show up in Africa for it to be shitty.
Please. Okay, so the next question is from Aaron. How come we Americans are cooler than Canadians in every way? All right.
I think we
Uh,
sufficiently responded to that.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. Why? I think it's because your dollar is very valuable right now. So, yeah,
Things
that's
are more expensive in Canada.
yeah. Things are really expensive here. Trust me. Expensive. Like it's like my head just
Like your Tim Hortons went up.
Yeah. Wait. What? Okay. Okay. We're John. We're gonna skip your question because we kind of
Yeah, it's kind of already been
That-
answered.
Can we skip to Manuel's new
no.
Manuel's
Where
he
let's
asked about the last Bible game?
Well, we're almost there. So let's answer Bogsy's question. Will you build a wall? Yes, we will. I'm joking. I don't know what he means by that, but if you mean a wall against
A wall
this-
between the American and Canadian border.
A wall
Trudeau
between our
is
group and
referendum.
SMTN.
That's what I was about to say. I was gonna say that. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, Taylor will be funding the wall, confirmed. So Abraham says, what if Valve and Blizzard teamed up to make an SMT MOBA? So I guess if they made an SMT related game, I don't know how that would turn out. I honestly don't know. Like the only Blizzard game I've seen is Overwatch so far, and I
Really?
think Diablo.
Really,
is another
you've never seen StarCraft?
You-
What about
Yeah.
World of Warcraft?
Oh, I've seen that. Trust me, I've seen that. Okay, I didn't know they
I've
were
seen
made by Blizzard, but yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah,
Blizzard makes three things: Warcraft, StarCraft, and Diablo.
if they took Imagine, maybe it would. I don't even know. I honestly don't know about these MMO companies. I'm just saying if I took the two images and just merged them together, something good will come out of it.
You
You wouldn't
know,
want Blizzard to make a new MMO based on SMT because WoW Vanilla was bad, and WoW right now
I don't think I want to see
objectively
another SMT MOBA.
Honestly, I haven't played WoW, so I've only seen my friends play it, and that's it. Like,
I played the trial, but it was freaking years ago.
That was fun until Mr. Pandaria. Then it became
you played up
really
until Pandaria. Everything after Wrath of the Lich King was awful.
well, yeah. And then them not letting us have any kind of any legacy servers. That's kind of a mistake. But
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think JonTron was complaining about that. The legacy
Yeah.
server.
Yeah, he made a video ranting about it.
Yeah. That's how I knew about it. So yeah, where the hell is the podcast anyway? Right here, obviously.
Sure.
Aaron. So Manuel, why isn't a new edgy Last Bible game a thing? Keith, that's your question.
Okay. Well, there's
there's one reason
technically-
they don't sell.
Well, they sold well enough to make 5 games, but there's 5 Last Bibles. How many Last Bibles can you have?
It's like Final Fantasy. You don't need 13. It's just the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure after the last Bible, then there's no more Bibles. So that's
run out of
they
Bibles
have
at
to
one
do,
point.
They have to do all the different translations. You got the King James, you got the New King James, you got the NIV. You know,
Well, there's more
Yeah,
than
the
5
Mormon one.
translations.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There need to be as many Last Bible games as there are translations. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So Jerry asks, why hasn't Anthony made a Demi Kids Let's Play?
Because we're going to do a group play.
Yes,
Eventually.
exactly. That is my excuse. All right. So Andrea says, from a scale of 1 to 10, how bad will this podcast crash and burn? Where's the link?
You'll find out in maybe a month or two.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Oh shit! Here we go down to the. I don't know how to pronounce his name yet. Elias.
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 I think that's how it's pronounced.
I don't know.
Don't
I'm
take my
sorry.
word because I can't pronounce things very well because I'm so.
Elias.
Okay. Well, Elias or
Elias.
Okay, we're just gonna say the person who has the picture of the pedo teddy bear.
Just call him by his initials, E.G.
E.G. Okay.
Egg.
Are you team? Are you team Captain America? Oh my god.
Someone who's seen Civil War, like, I understand Captain America's motivations, but still, Iron Man has War Machine, Spider-Man.
Yes, Iron Man all the way.
At least Iron Man's
China.
not a Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, that's true. Let's skip through. Or Team Donald Trump. Oh my God, build the wall. Okay, whatever. Team Deadpool. Okay, no.
It sucks. Oh, yeah.
Is Captain gay or a Nazi or maybe a gay Nazi?
Persona 2?
Persona 2.
June.
Okay.
Persona 2 featuring June.
So okay, Jamie asks, where in the heck you get that delicious looking donut? Well,
Tim
there's a
Hortons,
place.
it's a Canadian thing.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. We have one on every floor in our college. So like the top floor has one, the bottom floor has one, and the one in the middle has one. Like it's crazy. Like everywhere you turn, like the corners, it's like, oh, Tim Hortons, pizza in the one corner. It's
In
crazy.
America, we have Dunkin' Donuts.
We have
Yeah.
Starbucks.
I think on the American borders, I think I drove over once, so I saw Tim Hortons, and then it just kind of died off from there. We're just going down to the border, so yeah. So top 3 rhythm games.
Theorem, Dragon Quest, Theorem, Kern Call, Beatles, Rockman, in that order.
Mine's got to be Taiko no Tatsujin. That's it. That's
Taiko
all.
is such
Taiko
a
the
good
Drum
game.
Master.
Like it was,
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. Honestly, I discovered that game randomly. I don't know. I think I downloaded like I said, it's the same situation with Devil Survivor, and how I got to play that game. That's how I found that game too. So it was kind of like, oh shit, this game is lit. So, yeah. Why is Demi Kids the worst game ever? This is gonna trigger. This is gonna trigger Keith. This is gonna
It's
trigger
worse
Keith.
than Mind Jack and E.T.
No, it's
Oh.
only-
E.T. isn't even the worst 2600 game.
I think the worst 2600 game is Pac-Man.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, I haven't really played that many 2600 games.
Honestly, I grew up with Pac-Man and the original Mario Brothers because of my mom, so I can't say shit about those games.
Well, I'm talking
It's
about
the-
the,
yeah.
The 2600 version of
It's
Pac-Man
terrible.
is just.
Oh, you're talking. Oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, it's a very specific one.
Oh,
there
okay.
was Mrs. Pac-Man, which was a huge improvement.
Well, that was actually a fan-made game, Mrs. Pac-Man.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It was a fan-made game that they bought and then resold. Yeah.
Didn't they do that? Didn't Capcom do something similar with Mega Man, but it sold like shit?
Oh,
I don't know.
What they did was they took that fan game, Mega Man Cross Street Fighter River, put it out for free.
Okay. No, there's something I was thinking about. It was probably I don't know. Forget about it.
Hmm.
I'm thinking. I'm just looking through the comments. Do we really need to answer Aaron's question here? Tits man or an ass man? It's up to you
Vagina
guys.
I lost
I'm not
those.
in the man.
Vagina bones done.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Final answer. We're good.
Vagina
We're good.
bones out of 10.
Yeah. Well cooked or medium rare, guys? How do you like
Medium
it?
rare.
Medium rare.
Medium
Medium
well. Medium well.
Medium well.
Yeah.
Well cooked though.
It's like a little but not bloody.
Oh.
Kind of pink.
Ooh. Okay. Is it okay to lick the banana?
Only if the
Just
banana
like the tip.
Only if it hasn't been peeled.
Okay. All right. Minecraft or Roblox? Roblox will give you computer aids if you download it. So Minecraft.
What's
Minecraft.
Roblox?
Yeah, it's kind of like a free-to-play version of Minecraft, except it's crappier.
Yeah, and it
And
has
it
a
has
bunch of-
microtransactions.
Oh,
it-
okay.
So it's
It's
Minecraft.
not.
Except
Ah.
it looks worse.
it
Like,
looks-
it's hard to describe.
How do you make
Why-
something look worse than Minecraft?
yeah.
It's largely populated by little kids.
So it's
Like
it's Minecraft.
With
Yeah.
less vagina bones?
Okay, so Garrett, you asked this one: SMT or Persona?
Oh yeah.
Dragon
boy.
Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Golden Sun.
Oh, Golden Sun is pretty good. Good.
Trauma Center.
Oh.
Snap.
Oh,
Oh,
bringing in the obscure Atlas titles.
Manhunt.
You guys need to play Trauma Center.
Yeah, I've been wanting, like, ever since you made that post with I forget the one. It's a dark chick with that looks like Chie.
Brown GA. Her name is Maria Torres, and she's from Trauma Team.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, yes. Okay. I'm really intrigued. But anyways, William says this is going off the rails already. Yeah, it is.
Of course it is.
In the current Abraham asks, in the current geopolitical status of the country, which is better, pizza or ice cream?
Pizza.
Pizza and ice
ice
cream.
cream.
Ice cream
Ice
pizza.
cream.
Pizza. Yeah, I would have to go with pizza.
I go with
What?
pizza just
Yeah,
because it's
pizza.
a bit more filling.
Yeah,
that.
it's
What kind of ice
filling.
cream you eat? Air ice cream? What?
Well,
Ice cream is delicious.
ice cream is delicious. I go for the maple one though, because I'm Canadian.
I don't think we
Basic.
have that here.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, here
and-
ours just gets recalled and for like freaking a year. Freaking Bluebell.
Okay, Brian. Okay, I'm gonna skip Brian's first question and go to the second one. Coats or jackets?
Aren't they the
Jackets.
same?
I don't know
Coats
the
are like
difference.
coats are like fuzzy, I think, and jackets.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
coats as in winter coats and jackets as in casual wear jackets.
I live in California.
I live in
Oh.
Georgia, so I have no need for a coat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Jacket.
Tank top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with coats because I'm Canadian.
Nothing. just go without.
Just go naked.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Show
it.
all them vagina
All-
bones.
All you need is Garrett. All you need is your beard. That's it.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
all you
exactly.
need to keep yourself warm.
Yes.
You just need to have your beard recede down south a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So it says Jamie is the next one. Fedora or no fedora?
No fedora.
Fedora. I gotta keep true to my
Two
religion.
fedoras.
What?
Two fedoras.
Oh my
I have a fedora, but I never pooped on it.
Eh,
I don't have anything close to a fedora. I think I have my late
I actually own a
grandfather's,
fedora. I
hat.
don't know why.
I think I own my late grandfather's hat. That's it. It's not. It doesn't even look like a fedora. It's just a little. It's just a casual hat type of thing. I don't even know.
There's actually a little up there. There's actually another question from Abraham that we
Oh wait, what? Did you miss
we
out?
skipped.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he asks, is SMT Apocalypse the Bloodborne of Persona?
Yes, because Dark Souls is the SMT4 is the Dark Souls of Persona, so Apocalypse is Bloodborne of Persona.
At least according to IGN.
Yes, it's the Bloodborne because I'll tell you, like I explained earlier why it's hard. So there you go, fast pace and straight to the point is what Apocalypse is. So it's a faster version of SMT4, and it's harder. There you go. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so who Abraham asks again, who's the best Overwatch waifu and why is it Mercy?
May because of the Rule 34.
What?
I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, okay. No,
It's
I'm
not
gonna go
Shin Megami
with Tracer.
Tensei.
it's not Shin Megami Tensei. Skip it.
Who's
Vegan or-
Tracer? Who's May?
Oh,
There was actually this controversy with Tracer in Overwatch.
it was pretty dumb. It was pretty dumb. But anyways, let's skip on to the next question. Vegan or feminist?
Watch Filthy Frank's video on why vegans are assholes.
Filthy Frank. Yes.
Slip on or Velcro?
Slip on.
So shoot. Slip
Neither.
on. Slip
Neither.
on.
Slip on.
Gotta
I
live
mean,
that-
I'd take either over laces, but if I had to, I'd just go with slip on.
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy nowadays, and I tuck my shoelaces in anyways. So
Literally all my shoes, like from pretty much everything I wear, from sneakers to like dress shoes and everything, they're all laceless. They're all just slip on.
Well, you don't really need laces unless you're going to be running, which I'm not an athlete, so I don't really run places.
I'm
Alright.
usually running, so I wear laces.
that's true. So Quincy asks, Shoryuken or Hadouken?
What?
I blame
Street
Sue, not
Fighter.
Street Fighter, so I don't
Hadouken.
know.
I would not know. I don't play Street Fighter.
One
Yeah,
is the
I-
uppercut, the other one's the Kamehameha.
Hadouken!
Hadouken. That answers our question. Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Digimon.
Pokemon.
You guys are all wrong.
Pokemon third generation. That's it.
Fourth gen.
5th gen Master Race.
Oh, God.
First gen Master Race.
Second gen.
Gen 1.
Master Race.
Oh boy. Sandals are that's been covered already. Come on. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Cake.
Pie. Pecan pie.
Cake.
Chocolate pie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the general consensus here. Pie.
Wait, I changed my
I'm
vote.
just
I'd
throwing
rather
it
go
out.
with a different pie instead of cake, as in like hair pie.
Ooh, carrot
Ugh.
pie. I haven't had that.
No, hair pie.
Yeah.
Oh, hair. What? What?
I don't want to look it up.
Okay, Taylor. No. Okay.
Potato pie.
Pedo Teddy Bear asks, cake or death? Cake.
Cake.
I want to live.
Cake.
I
Death.
want to live. Keys.
Someone
You guys
really
like Pokemon?
I'm not buying Sun and Moon, so don't worry about that.
Thank you.
So Garrett is like token socks. John, your girlfriend will like what's going on after this question. Token
know.
socks. And then Taylor's like, and before someone says token socks. Honestly, I haven't seen a gameplay of it, but what I've been hearing from
It's bad. It's bad.
Taylor,
Someone who's hardcore into Monster Hunter, you don't want to play it.
Yeah, according to my girlfriend, it's just a crappy Monster Hunter clone.
But is it worse than Ragnarok Odyssey?
Well, I haven't played
Ragnarok,
that
Odyssey, God Eater, and Tokiden are all awful. Play Freedom Wars
But-
or Monster Hunter.
But which like on a scale of
Okay, let me
Um,
rate them this way.
yeah.
Monster Hunter is at the top, and then Freedom Wars, and then God Eater, and then Ragnarok, and then Tokiden.
Really?
Yes.
He's got a lot of Monster Hunter clones.
Yeah,
Except
but
it doesn't have Monster Hunter proper.
after 4, I mean after Monster Hunter 2, it doesn't really matter because the rest of them suck.
Third gen. Thank you.
Third gen, yeah.
Nope, Jen.
Anyways, so I guess yes, and then John, your girlfriend's like Tokinen can go suck a. I don't even know how to pronounce
It's like
that.
Kizu. That's
Kizu.
a monster.
Kizu.
from Monster Hunter.
Kazu?
I think, it's,
Kazu?
I think it's a kazoo.
Kizu.
Kizu.
I'm just gonna say Kazubi Kazovo. So, anyways, yeah, Taylor's like yes, I agree, and I think her name is Lisa. I just want that donut, and I'm not even sure if I spelled, sure that I spelled. Oh crap! So 1 a.m. Okay, that I spelled it right. XD. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I spelled it right.
Yeah, it looks right to me. Also, XD. Okay, yeah, Keith, you get it. Ha. Yeah, so that donut is pretty good, actually. That's a vanilla dip sprinkled donut. I had
That's
with
like
an iced
1,000
cap.
calories.
Yeah, but I burned it off by walking home and actually running again, running a lap when I got there. So there you go. Yeah. So I guess that's everything, right? Yeah. So good talk, guys. I mean, that's. I hope it was entertaining at least for some people. If
Yep.
they actually
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully it
Keith-
won't be 2.5 hours long.
Hopefully, like I said, Keith, I know you're a busy man. So if you have things to do, that's understandable. You're not attached by this in any way. Like, it's an honor having you on here in the first place. Anyways,
Thanks.
so
But
yeah.
if I'm on here, I have to go back to Heretic Mansion. It's only fair.
Or Fire Emblem Network podcasts.
You don't know anything about Fire Emblem, though.
And I like what's her face, the Ibuki of Fire Emblem. I don't know her name. Kaguro?
Orochi.
Wait.
Orochi?
Yeah.
Wait, there's two
Orochi-
people that look really similar. Is Orochi the spear person?
No, that's probably Hinoka. No, Hinoka is the Pegasus rider. No, Oboro is the spear.
Oh,
Oboro
I like
is the spear.
Oboro and the ninja girl. I don't know.
Kagero.
All right, well, I think it's about time we wrapped it up.
Anyways, thank you for tuning in to this first ever podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. And you know what? Stay tuned for more because hopefully we can pump it out on our busy schedules. So yeah, this has been Anthony for the very.
John.
I don't know.
Taylor.
And Garrett, are you
Garrett. Yes, Garrett. He's here.
dead? He's here. I was like, where are you?
I'm really out of it.
Yeah, and this has been the Amala Network podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you next time.